Welcome to Buzzing with B. Good morning, buzz on in and get this tea. So, congratulations to Blueface and Nevaeh. They had the baby. Yes. So, let's get into it. Blueface showed up at the hospital. Nevaeh was going into labor, of course, after he dropped Chrisean Rock off at the airport. Anyway, he was there for his baby and Nevaeh. The baby came after Nevaeh did all of these things she did, taking cholesterol, bouncing on the ball, just trying to get the baby out because she was just tired, y'all. We saw it all in her face. She just had it going on and she was tired. She was ready to give birth to the baby. So she had a healthy 8-pound baby. I can't remember how many ounces, but he was a healthy baby. Blueface was a proud papa, as we can tell, and she was just gloating in the birth of her baby. So shout out to them, y'all. She did that. I want to get into some things, about what took place in the hospital while Nevaeh was having a baby. Of course, Blueface was filming everything. We couldn't see the actual birth being done, which is fine. I didn't expect to see that, but at any rate, he did film everything, most of everything. Wack 100 and his wife, yes, showed up because she is the baby's godmother. And Wack, I don't know if he's the godfather or not, but they both showed up, so that was amazing. That was awesome for them, for Nevaeh. So she had somebody there with her the whole time. Blueface daddy showed up, y'all. Yes. Okay, so she had a lot of support, and Carlissa, of course, Blueface's mother, was watching the videos, and she was nervous and everything like that. So it seems like everybody was happy about everything. Carlissa just, I guess, in her feelings or whatever, and didn't show up. But sometimes you gotta let bygones be bygones, because at the end of the day, that's your blood. That's your blood. Blueface says the baby looks like him. He said he's not worried. He's claiming his baby because he said the baby looked like him. So, y'all, who are we to judge, right? Who are we to judge? I'm sure they're going to still do the DNA test. The baby came out a little bit darker, but of course, the baby's just been born, so he hasn't really come into his complexion yet. But give it time, he will. They showed all his hair on his head and everything, and Nevaeh just talked about what she experienced throughout the labor. She said she was in a lot of pain with the contractions, of course. But what did happen was they gave her epidural, and after they gave her that, then she was fine. So shout out to Nevaeh for being that strong woman and having your baby, and having a healthy baby at that. Regardless of what you experienced with Blueface, you still had a healthy baby. So God is good. You did well by having your baby and taking care of yourself. But what I still want you to do is love yourself. Love yourself even more, because now you have 2 children that are dependent on you. And they looking at everything, and they can sense things when you're not in good spirits. So don't let nobody tear you down. And you keep your head up no matter what. Of course, y'all, I'm driving on my way to work, but I just had to get on here because I went to sleep watching the video last night because it's amazing. Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think, and keep watching me to the end. Like I said, you're going to see more of my visuals, more of my face and everything. So just follow me and hang in there with me. I'm doing the best that I can, okay? So at the end of the day, Nevaeh was, I'm going to get back on that. Nevaeh was breastfeeding the baby. Blueface kept wanting to hold his baby. He was a proud papa. You can tell he was happy. He was so happy with that, and I like that for them. I just don't want him to bring that drama in that child's life like he's doing all the other kids that he have. And shout out to Jaden and her kids too, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, another thing is, I'm gonna get back on that. I know I keep saying that, but anyway, we get back on Blueface and Nevaeh in that hospital, in that room. Blueface was telling her, you know, he can't wait a year, y'all, for her body to snatch back. He want her to get a BBL. What's up with him wanting everybody, all his baby mamas, to get BBLs? What's up with that? You know, but anyway, Nevaeh said no, she didn't want to do that, but he's insisting on her doing it. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. I think Nevaeh's gonna have a pretty good body after she kind of get herself together back down and get herself back together, because she gained a good bit of weight with the baby. So if she just work out and get everything in the right places, I think she'll be fine. But anyway, Blueface got something with BBLs, I guess. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, she was breastfeeding the baby, bonding with the baby, of course. And he was just, you can hear him sucking, you can hear him crying, all of that. Child, why Blueface came out there and say, give me my baby, I want to bond with him too. And he made the comment, he said, he don't want no more white milk, he want chocolate milk. So honey, don't y'all know Blueface had the baby up there on his chest, trying to make the baby suck his nipples. Now what kind of weird stuff is that? Y'all, can y'all believe that? I've never heard such a thing. Now I did see a video, and this is off of this video, off of this Nevaeh and BlueFace. I did see a video on TikTok where the man was holding his baby, and the baby kept trying to suck on his nipple because the baby's so used to sucking on the mama nipple, and he kept pushing the baby away, but the baby kept rooting back to the dad's nipple. But that's not the dad trying to make the baby suck his nipple. Anyway, that's what Blueface was doing. Blueface was sitting there trying to have the baby suck his nipples, y'all. Talking about the baby want chocolate milk. I could have died. Y'all, that boy got some crazy fetishes. I don't know about Blueface. He got some crazy fetishes, y'all. Anyway, neither here nor there. It still was a beautiful thing to see them actually loving on that baby. And y'all, I know they still gonna do a DNA test. And they should, because they want to, satisfy the chat. The chat keep hollering DNA, DNA, DNA. But they also congratulating them on, having a baby and stuff like that. So Blueface was asking Nevaeh what she plan on doing after she get home. And Nevaeh was kind of stuck. She said, I'm going to get myself together. And he said, yeah, but what are you going to do? She was kind of stuck at that. What I wanted to hear her say, and this is just me wishing her the best and wanting her to get herself together. Y'all, that's sunlight, I'm sorry. I want her to get herself together. I was hoping that she would say, well, I'm going to enroll in college. Because there's some things that I want to do for me that's going to help me elevate. That's what I was hoping she would say. She didn't get to that point, but I'm just praying, because I feel like that's what he really wanted to hear her say. Instead of him, he was saying, well, you said I can't wait to have this baby because I'm going to do wop, wop, wop. I'm going to do me and whoop, whoop, whoop. But I really wanted to hear her say, I'm going to enroll myself in college. And get some type of certificate, some type of degree, some kind of something that's going to elevate me. So I hope that she hears this video and just do that, because that's what I really believe he wanted to hear her say. He don't want to hear her say, well, I'm going to go hang out and do this and do that. That's not what he want to hear, because then he going to start calling her a 304. You know how he like to say 304. I really wanted her to say something that's going to help elevate her. So let's pray to God that she stays focused and don't allow him to disrupt what she needs to do. And what she really needs to do is just focus on her and those kids. Blueface already showed her who he is, so she needs to believe that, because he is who he is. But at the end of the day, I think she's going to be fine. As long as she has the support. She has WAC 100's girlfriend. I like her. Shout out to her. I can't remember her name, but I know she's Whack 100's girlfriend. I'm gonna have to go and look into her page and everything, and just kind of get to know her, familiarize myself with her. But I think she's amazing because she has really been supportive of Nevaeh. Their team, Whack 100 and his girlfriend, are Team Nevaeh. And she is Nevaeh's baby godmother, so that's a blessing. I heard somebody say godmama and grandmother, so hey, who knows, maybe she's just, you know, playing the roles that she knows Nevaeh needs her support. So shout out to her, shout out to Whack 100, shout out to Blueface's father for being there for support of Nevaeh and his new grandbaby and his son. So shout out to him. Also, yeah, I'm sorry about the sun, but I'm driving in this morning atmosphere, so you know the sun is bright. So I do apologize. However, let's keep going. I'm just waiting to see what Nevaeh is gonna do with this baby. She kept saying he's so cute, and Blueface kept saying he resembles him. So he kept wanting everybody to sub up. Trust and believe this baby is going to be content. This baby is going to be content as well. So he kept telling everybody to sub up if y'all want to see the baby. I believe he going to be the one to show the baby before Nevaeh gets a chance to. But what Nevaeh really need to do as well, Nevaeh need to get her channel popping. You know, get her a chat. Get her own chat. Because she's content. And Blueface is making all this money off of her. And so now she has to depend on him to give her money. No, get your own chat, Nevaeh, and make your own money so you ain't got to depend on no man. See, that's what your mama should have been teaching you, is to be self-sufficient, and regardless of what, it's okay for him to give you money and take care of you and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what you want, but in the same token, you want your own money too. So start your own chat, girl. Get your own chat and make your own money. That's what my advice is to you. But y'all, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for Nevaeh and Blueface with their new baby. I think that's awesome and amazing for them. So y'all just keep Nevaeh in y'all prayers. And just pray that everything goes well with her and her baby. And she just needs to take care of her mental health and leave Chrisean Rock alone. Leave her alone, girl, because you don't want none of that. You don't want none of that. That girl got so much anger and frustration in her. You better leave her alone, because she got it in for you. Not only because of you discussing her child, she's going to use that as an excuse, because as I stated, everybody has said some things about her child. So if that's the case, she should want to fight the world. But for some reason, she just want to fight you. And it ain't about that child, it's about Blueface. That's what she wanna. She's jealous of you. She knows that Blueface actually loves you. And she also knows that Blueface, that baby of yours, is Blueface's, and she didn't get the support that she needed from everybody like you got. So she got it in for you. And everybody keeps saying, I'm gonna get off the subject. Everybody keeps saying that fight that Chrisean had was one of Nevaeh's friends. That's not true. That's not true at all. That's nobody that is associated with Nevaeh. That is actually Jaden Alexis, one of her associates, friends, whatever you want to call it. That's who that person was. She also went live and talked about the fight and things of that nature. So I don't know. And we got to see what's going to take place with that, because Chrisean Rock didn't get any charges. But it's said that Blueface kicked the girl and pushed the girl at Chrisean, basically instigating the whole thing. So we'll see what pans out with that. But neither here nor there. They had that baby. Everybody can stop talking. She can stop saying, I'm ready to get this MF out of me. I didn't like that verbiage at all. Just say you're ready to have your baby. You know, you're ready to have your baby. I know that's the way she talk. She say a lot of things, but she need to be mindful of everything she say, because those kids are listening. You already see Superior cursing and carrying on, which is crazy to me. So we know that she's a good mom. Anyway, we'll see what's gonna take place, y'all. So y'all keep following, keep listening. Like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. Just hang in there with me. I'm gonna get this thing. I'm gonna get this YouTube thing going. Like I said, I have to show my face more according to YouTube. So that's what I'm doing. That's why y'all see my videos. See my face in my videos. But anyway, I'm getting ready to go to my 9 to 5. It ain't a 9 to 5. It's a 7:55 to 4:55. But anyway, I'll be coming back in to talk more about the Blueface and Nevaeh, and see what they're talking about today. Overall, she had an amazing pregnancy. She had an amazing delivery. She had support that she needed. And regardless of what Blueface did, he did show up. He was there for her. So at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So we just gonna hang tight and see what happens next. Hopefully the circus will keep circusing. How about that? But maybe it won't be as much drama. We'll see. Y'all, remember what I said. Follow me. I got this. I got y'all. Have a blessed day. Mwah. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for future content.